Hey everyone, Caleb with the Antique Book Collective, and today I'm getting to you guys with the giveaway video. So guys, of course, I'm not giving stuff away just yet. This video, guys, is for when we hit 1,000 subscribers. We're not quite there just yet. Last I saw, we were just over 555 subscribers, so we are over the halfway point, but we're not 2,000 just yet. The giveaway will happen after we hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm not going to guarantee if it's going to be the day of or a week after. I think I might lean towards after a little bit, but we'll see once that happens. I'm going to keep you guys posted in YouTube posts once that happens. I'm hoping to do it as a premiere or possibly a live stream. I am not making promises on a live stream because, as you guys know, my interweb is absolute trash, so that is something to keep in mind. But with that said, though, guys, this giveaway is for the US only. I'm sorry to my subscribers who are outside of the US who would love to get a couple of these giveaway items, but this is US only just because customs is a nightmare to deal with. I don't like dealing with it. So, again, US only. I'm sorry for that. End of the day, you guys probably aren't going to miss out on too much because none of these books that I'm going, or things that I'm going to give away, are worth $1 million. But some of them are pretty neat, and I'm sorry if you guys cannot take part of this. If you guys would like to enter for this giveaway, you will have to subscribe to my channel. That is number one. And then number two, you guys have to comment below on this video. And if you drop a like, I would like it for you guys to do that. But that's not part of the joining this giveaway. So guys, once the giveaway is happening, I'm going to randomly have names selected. I'm going to use some random name selector. So I'm not going to, or potentially I might put names in a bag. We'll see. But I'm going to choose off of that. And then once I choose, I will have to, you guys will have to reach out to me via email. And from there, we will narrow things down, get your address, all that sort of stuff. And of course, I'm going to verify that the person who won is actually the person. So no trying to say you're so-and-so if so-and-so wins and you're not so-and-so. So with that said, though, guys, the giveaways, I would like for you guys to be able to choose what you want, but I'm not going to do that just because that'll cause a whole lot of back and forward, which will mean that the giveaway will take 6 months to deal with. So the giveaways will happen in the order of things that I draw them on. So I have the pile right here. I would like to say that you guys can only win once. So if you win the first thing, you will not be able to win the second or the third thing. Everyone can only win one thing. So with that said, I would just like to say that what I'm giving away are books, obviously. Some of these books are antiques, some of them are just vintage. I wanted to do just antiques at first, and then I looked at my selection of antique books that I had, and they weren't all very cool, so I thought that I would do sort of a random selection. I chose, maybe not random wasn't quite up to snuff for me, so I sort of handpicked ones that I thought were either neat or possibly a little bit cooler than other ones. And I also did ones that I knew that you guys would come across in your own business because, let's face it, so we've all come across certain sets that we know aren't worth a ton of money, but it's like sort of for me at least, it's sort of like a running joke. It's like, oh, there's those. Of course I see those. So with that said and done, though, guys, I am giving away these books, and then I'm also, with each giveaway, I'm going to include a gold back because you guys know I mentioned gold backs in another video, and you know how I mentioned how gold backs, it's really nice to have these so you can like sort of gauge the gilding on a book. None of these books are gilded, sadly, but you could see if the gilding on a book is actually 24 karat, or at least the right color to be 24 karat. I'm not guaranteeing it is or isn't, but gold backs are also just sort of neat. So each book is going to get a single gold back with them. As things stand, it's just a Nevada gold back because there aren't any Oregon gold backs, and I'm from Oregon. There aren't any Idaho ones, and I might be moving to Idaho or becoming part of Idaho with the Greater Idaho movement. We'll see. But as things stand, it's just the one Nevada gold back. Potentially, again, we might change it to another one, but doesn't really matter. They all have the same value. But with that said, though, guys, I'm just going to show off the various books that I'm going to do on these giveaways. So first things first, this one is probably the most boring one, but I just thought it was sort of one that I wanted to do because for me it's sort of like a running joke sort of one. And guys, because some of these are not the coolest books, that is why I'm doing the gold backs, is so they have a little bit more value. But with that said, the silent reader books, guys, I come across these all the stinking time, and I just thought it'd be funny to sort of have these as one of the giveaways. So this is the first giveaway, probably the least valuable of the giveaways. But yeah, these silent readers, guys, they've made them for years and years and years. There's nothing too exciting about them, except that they are a little bit older. So this one, does it have a year? So this one's 1927, according to the copyright. So it is older. It's almost an antique. Technically, it's only vintage right now, but you have that plus the single gold back. So that brings the value up at least a little bit. So I'm putting the gold back inside the cover just so we don't lose it. So there's the first giveaway, guys. I know that one's a little boring, but we'll see who wins it. I'm sorry in advance if you win this one and you wanted the other ones, because there are some cooler ones after this one. And with that said, on to this next one. So guys, this one is also one that I come across several times, but as an antique bookseller, as an antique book channel, I felt a little obliged to do this one as a giveaway. So first off, I just wanted to show off the condition really quick. Don't look at the title, don't look, but just the cloth covers for antique books, guys. You'll see plenty of books like this, so I thought it'd be a cool giveaway just for that. But in addition to that, it's Caesar's Gaelic War. I'm sure you guys have seen at least one copy of this if you've been doing this for years. If not, you've officially seen one copy. And this book, guys, it's about Caesar, and it's about his Gaelic War. So we've got some writing in it, some old writing in the beautiful calligraphy, which is something that you see in a lot of these books. So I sort of thought it'd be a little bit cool for that. But in addition to that, this book is also a little bit, oh, I just hit myself in the face, sorry, is also a little bit old. So this one is 1903, making this an antique book. But in addition to that, while this book does have some English in it, these books were sort of written to teach kids Latin, I believe. So as we can see here, we got some Latin. And guys, if you guys have been doing antique book selling for any amount of time, you know that Latin is something that a lot of antique books and antique book people will talk about. And not all the antique books that we come across will be Latin. For me, I have not come across many antique books that are old enough to actually be written in Latin for any reason other than just being Latin to teach you Latin. But I did think it would be cool to have an antique book with some Latin in it. So there's that, and there's a gold back in there, and that'll be that giveaway. So hopefully you guys like that one if you get that one. But if not, on to this next one. So guys, this one, I wanted to include a few books from some very popular authors, at least older or vintage books from these particular authors. So here's one from Kipling. As you guys know, Kipling is a sort of more famous author. So this book, guys, is, let me just get to the title page for you, Barrack-room Ballads, as you guys can see, from good old Rudyard Kipling, or Rudyard Kipling. I'm never going to get his name right. I'm sorry. Eventually I will, but not just yet. And this one, as you guys can see in the Roman numerals, is from 1930. So this one's not an antique book just yet, but by the time I hit 1,000 subscribers, it might be an antique, because, oh wait, it's taken so long to hit 1,000. Well, it's hit, I'm not even there yet, but you guys know. But with that said, just a Kipling book. I thought it'd be cool, and I had a couple, but this one was in the best shape. So that's why I chose this one at the end of the day. So with that said, though, on to this next one. It's not an antique book giveaway if you're not including something from Poe, right? So sure enough, Edgar Allan Poe. So guys, this Poe book is going to be part of the giveaway. It's a little dirty. I'm sorry for that, and I can't really help you with that. I'm sorry, but this one, it's got some writing in it, some of that beautiful old calligraphy, and guys, you can keep these if you want them. You could sell them if you want them once you get them. It's really up to you guys, but it's just some of Edgar Allan Poe's stories. It's the 1002nd Tale, Edgar Allan Poe, there we go, and it is from 1908, as you guys can see right there. So this one is an antique book. So sure enough, this book is not in the best shape. A lot of these books, guys, were like mass-produced back in the day, and as such, they didn't give them the best paper. So some of the times the paper just really yellowed really quick, but it doesn't mean the book isn't any less cool. So with that said, there is that book and the gold back right inside. So I hope you guys really like that one. I think this one's pretty cool. I've had it for a little while. So with that said, on to the next book. So guys, this next book, it's actually two books. And it's another one of those sort of like inside jokes, at least for me, of these Oxford books, guys. I come across so many of them, and these are just two of them. I only have two on hand right now because I've sold out of all the ones that I have. They're not the most valuable books in the world, but they are pretty neat. Problem is, one of them's rather sun-bleached, so I apologize for that. But two books right here. We have The Vicar of Wakefield by Goldsmith, and we have The Belton Estate by Trollope, something like that. I'm sorry. I'm never going to get that guy's name right either. It's so many weird names. But just so you guys can see, there's Vicar of Wakefield. And here is The Belton Estate. And these are the world classics from Oxford. So, Oxford University Press, sure enough. And it has the nice little Oxford crest on them. And yeah, I just see so many of these books. I think they're pretty dandy, and I sell them quite often. I find they're pretty easy books to sell. Again, they're not always the most valuable books, but hey, you get what you paid for sometimes. And these, while they hold together really nice, they're not very rare, and that's why their value is not so insanely high. With that said, on to the final book, guys. This book, by the look of things, is the most valuable book. I'm not guaranteeing that it is going to make as much as what it says it might be worth, but I would just like to show this one off. George Eliot, guys. We've all heard of George Eliot if we are antique booksellers, so that's why we've got a George Eliot book, and I would like to have a couple other books potentially from some other famous authors for this giveaway once it happens, but as things stand, here's all that I have. So this one, I just wanted to show off a little bit more about it than the other books, because again, this one's a little more valuable. So, forgive me. As we can see here, it says Livingston Wells Fargo. I'm not entirely sure who that is. I tried Googling it, couldn't find anything, but we have the illustration right here, and we have the wax paper, acid paper, whatever you want to call it. Then we have the title right here, George Eliot. And then on this page right after it, we have the copyright page that doesn't have the year. So that is an issue with this book, is it doesn't tell us the year, which is a little bit of a bummer, but there was one other person that I saw that was selling this, and this is the Harper's Library edition, by the way, guys. There was one other person that I saw that was selling this. It was on the Bookseller, I believe. It was their own website, and they were selling this book for $157. So this book, guys, is most likely the most valuable book from this set of books that I'll be giving away for you guys. And as such, I'm probably going to spend a little bit more time showing off this book. So guys, this one is obviously not in perfect condition. As you guys saw at the very beginning, there is some crackage on the first page. On the cover, it is beginning to split, so that is an issue with this book. So obviously it's probably not going to be worth quite that much, or potentially it might be worth similar. Theirs was in very good condition according to them. It's got a little bit of writing in it, or at least markings, and that's sort of, again, an issue with it. It also has, this is something I thought was very funny with this book, guys. This is something that you'll see with a lot of older books, is people would tack things in on their books, and they'll use like an actual pen, and as such, that pen did cause the page to rip out in that one spot. It also, of course, has holes in the pages now because of some of these pens at the end of the book. I don't recall exactly what these pens were penning in, but it looks like it could be newspaper clippings or something along those lines. But yeah, oops, sorry guys. That is something, another issue with this book that sort of adds character, but if you guys want a brand new perfect book, this probably is not it. But with that said though, guys, this is the final book. It's going to be the grand prize as things stand, at least. And again, someone is asking for $157 and 41 cents for this specific book, so this one probably is the most valuable book that I'm doing for the giveaway. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that you'll be able to sell it for that much, but that is what someone's asking, so potentially it is worth that much. So I wanted to have one really good giveaway in this thing, and this is that particular book. So guys, this one is Adam Bede by George Eliot. Again, let me just open on up to the cover page so you guys can see that one a little bit more. But yeah, this one, guys, I think it's the best book in the giveaway, but the other ones, I'm not saying they're trash, but I do like the other ones too. I wanted to give away a Bible as well for this group, so I didn't know exactly which one to do, and I sort of am doing this last minute, so while that one might be the grand prize, you guys do have to keep in mind that I am doing these giveaways based on the order that the names come up and the order that I am showing you. All the extra books that I tack on are probably going to be tacked on at the beginning, maybe the end, we'll see. But I did want to give away an antique Bible as well. And hoi, here's our antique Bible that we're giving away. So guys, this antique Bible, you guys have seen me talk about it in other videos. So here it is. It's an old German Bible. So again, I just love this one, but it might be time for one of you guys to love it as well. So I wanted to make sure that I gave away Bible just because, first off, I'm a Christian, so that's sort of my thing. But in addition to that, I talk about Bibles a lot in this, in other Christian books in this channel. So I figured it was only fitting to give away one of these. And in addition to that, it's gilded. So, I mean, I gotta give one away that's gilded. I mean, none of those were gilded, so I have to give away one gilded book. So here we go, guys. A Bible, sure enough, this one's from 1907, which makes it an antique book. So very cool. Here's the table of contents, if you guys haven't seen table of contents of a Bible before. Here we go, random page. Another couple random pages. This book, guys, this Bible, I just love how it has the leather on it that gives it a protective case, and that leather protective case is the cover. I just think that's so cool, so dandy. So this is going to be one of the parts of the giveaway as well. So this will be the possibly last, or one of the last ones that we give away. It's the last one I'm showing you guys today, though. So with all that said and done, though, guys, thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for watching, all that sort of stuff. It really does help. It really does impact my channel's growth. It helps me make money off of this channel, because eventually, once we hit 1,000, this channel will be monetized, and I'll be able to make $10 a year off of it, which might not sound like a lot, but it'll pay for itself eventually, I'm sure. This channel, though, guys, I've really enjoyed growing with you guys. I've enjoyed all your questions. I've enjoyed fielding your questions. I've enjoyed sharing all the information that I've gotten with everyone else. With that said, though, guys, if you have not subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. Help us get up to the 1,000 subscriber mark. Again, I'm sorry if you are not in the US. I wanted to do this and allow it to be shipped out to people worldwide, but I just cannot do that. So again, I'm sorry for that, but that's sort of how it has to be, because again, customs, all that sort of stuff. If you guys have an issue with that, take it up with your government and my government and all the different governments. We can deal with it then, but as things stand, it's just the US, so sorry for that. And again, if you want to be entered in to do the giveaway, it's US only. You have to subscribe, and then you also have to drop a comment down below. Drop whatever you want to say, maybe a congrats, maybe a I want this one, maybe a say I want this one. That won't really impact which one you end up getting, because again, I'm going to give these things away in the order that the names come up, but you guys can basically just fangirl a little bit on the books that you want. So with that said, I hope that this video was at least a little bit entertaining for you guys, as I showed off some of these amazing, beautiful books. And again, I wanted to thank you guys for all the different subscriptions, for all the comments, all the support that you guys have provided. And by the time that we do the giveaway, I'm going to have 1,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for getting me up to that point. So with all that said and done, though, guys, just a reminder, drop the comment below, drop a subscribe, drop a like. That way this thing shows up to more people, or maybe don't, so you don't have to deal with as much competition. We'll see, but it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. So if you guys would like to watch more of my videos in the interim, you can always check them out. Be sure to drop likes on those. That way those videos get shown off and we get more subscribers that way. So with that said and done, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.